back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all things third trimester. Okay, so if you guys are new here, my name is Nisha. I am currently expecting my second baby boy, and we are due in less than 35 days. So it's been a while since I have given you guys an update. So I figured I'd kind of wrap up the last couple of weeks that I've missed and then keep moving forward from there. I wrote down a couple of handy dandy notes so I wouldn't forget anything. So if you guys are excited to see my third trimester update, then stay tuned. So first things first, we have a new due date. So if you guys recall, this is a PCOS pregnancy, which means I have PCOS. During that time, I had a 30-day cycle, so I was going by the due date of March 6th or March 7th. Even at one point, my old OB told me March 9th. However, when I went to see the high-risk specialist, she informed me, no, that they still go off of the 28-day cycle, even though I had a 30-day cycle, and that I'm due March 3rd. So that officially makes us 35 days until our due date. Today, as it stands, I am currently 34 weeks and 5 days. I feel like, in a way, I feel like the pregnancy went by super fast, but at the same time, I feel like I've been pregnant forever. I do currently have a 3-year-old son named Tamir, and this is my second son. So yeah, with Tamir's pregnancy, I found out in March, but I conceived in like January, and he was due in September. Well, December, January, and he was due in September, so I was just pregnant through that year. But since we found out we were pregnant in June and due in March, I literally feel like we've been pregnant for 2 full years. It's just very wild. So anyways, the biggest thing is the change in due date. So we are officially due March 3rd. The second thing is we did a name announcement video on Christmas. So if you guys did not see that video, I'll go ahead and link it in the cards. I guess I can give you guys an explanation because in that video I kind of just revealed it. We didn't talk about it. So his name is Tasai James. And I always knew that if we had another boy, I'd want his initials to be TJ. Originally, we were going to go with Tayden James. We looked at Tayson James. We looked at Taylin James. But one day we were watching, my husband loves sports. So we were watching ESPN and there was a billionaire named Psy, but his name was spelled T-S-A-I. He's a Korean man who bought the Brooklyn Nets, I believe it is. So I looked up the name and I was like, ooh, I like that. It was T-S-A-I. And I was like, but we should do Ta, like Tamir, Tasai. So we spelled it T-A-S-A-I. So that's where his name comes from. It's a Korean name. I don't remember what it exactly means, but I call him my Psy Bear. We call him TJ when I'm on social media. And yeah, so Tasai is his name. And then James, it's a biblical name. I love the name Jacob, but my husband didn't for whatever reason. So James is kind of an extension from Jacob, the book of James. And yeah, so his name is Tasai James. So I have baby little TJ. Yeah, my TJ. So yeah, so that is his name. I know a couple of people were like, how do you pronounce it? But it's Tasai. So yeah, and it's so cute when Tamir kisses my tummy or talks to the baby. He goes, hi, Sai. Melts my heart every single time. The next update I want to tell you guys about is I mentioned the high-risk doctor. So with Tamir, I had prehypertension or hypertension, which is high blood pressure, and I was on medicine. However, I've had hypertension pretty much all of my adult life. So I don't know why, but my first OB never mentioned that I needed to, see a high-risk doctor. However, I told you guys in an old video that I switched OBs to a local office and a more modern office, if you want to say that. So when I first switched there in September, they told me that they wanted me to see a high-risk doctor, and I was against it. and I prolonged it for about 2 months, and I finally decided to go in December. So I went and I met the high-risk doctor. She's a nice lady. She basically, during the appointment, she basically asked me, questions about my previous pregnancy, if I had preeclampsia or anything of that nature, asked if I had like swelling and stuff of that nature, which I did not have preeclampsia with Tamir. When I was pregnant with him, I did have two high blood pressure scares where my blood pressure was really, really high, and my doctor wanted to make sure that I didn't have preeclampsia, and they ruled it out both times. I did not have it. I voluntarily asked to be induced at 38 weeks and 5 days, and my son came at exactly 39 weeks. So, my first son. So with this pregnancy, they wanted to make sure, basically, that my blood pressure wasn't putting a strain on the baby. However, it's not. My blood pressure is under control. I take my medicine twice a day. Everything is looking great. I went to see her last Thursday as well. So it's like every 4 weeks. So everything looks good with that. They check literally his kidneys, his stomach, his heart, his brain, the umbilical cord, the fluid, everything. So with that, she also recommended that I start NST tests. And basically what it stands for is non-stress test. So you go twice a week, they hook you up to the monitors, and they monitor the baby for 30 minutes, their activity, their heartbeat, and then they give an ultrasound. During that ultrasound, they check the fluid range, and they check your urine to make sure there's no protein. If there's protein found in your urine, then more than likely you have preeclampsia. And then they, check for the signs, which is like swelling of feet, blurred vision, pain, and I think that's it. Oh, and then the raised blood pressure, of course. So I've been going, I think this is my 3rd week I started going. Oh wait, 2nd week? I started going at 32 weeks, so this is my 2nd week going. I love the nurses. The good thing about going to the NST is it's at the hospital that I'm delivering at. So even though I've never delivered here, going each week, I get to meet different nurses, the delivery nurses. So I'm like, oh, this is going to make me feel better when it is time, because I'm going to take my hospital tour in about another week. So just being more familiar with the hospital, I feel like it lowers my anxiety, so I don't have to overthink about labor and delivery. I feel confident, and I know the nurses, they know me, and yeah. So that was a lot, but yeah. So I do the NST test. I did have a little bit of a preeclampsia scare in December, after the Friday after Christmas. So Christmas is on a Wednesday. On that Friday, I went to work, and I was looking at, if you guys don't know, I work at a bank, so I'm a teller. So I was looking at the computer screen, and all of a sudden it got very blurry, and I couldn't see. And I went to like the local pharmacy and checked my blood pressure. And given I didn't take my medicine that morning because I know I was going to wait till my first break, but my blood pressure was really high. So to be on the safe side, I went to labor and delivery, and my blood pressure was fine, my urine was fine, and I didn't have preeclampsia. But I think I just freaked out, and my vision just scared me. Come to find out, I realized that the TV that was projecting behind that teller computer was making my eyes hurt, because I sat there again and I was like, oh no, and I noticed it. So I do not sit at that computer at all. I'll move like 2 teller windows down. So that's that. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about was this pain. So I feel like when I was pregnant with Tamir, I didn't start feeling this pain until about probably 36 weeks, 37 weeks. But my doctor was telling me sometimes in, 2nd, 3rd pregnancies, you start to feel the pain a little bit earlier. So I've been having like this lower pelvic, tailbone, vaginal bone, I don't know what to call it, pain. So basically I've been describing it as like either like you've been riding on a horse and having very painful intercourse, where like your legs are like, I don't know how to explain it, but like when I'm trying to turn over in the bed, if I'm walking, or just even sometimes just sitting down for a long time, I've been having the worst pain ever. And which brings me to another point is when I went to my my high risk doctor. They let me know that baby is at 33 weeks. He was measuring 4 pounds 2 ounces, which I'm so excited about. So this week he should be about 5 pounds ish. Which Tamir was born 6 pounds 2 ounces. So I'm hoping that he doesn't get too much bigger than Tamir. Like, I'm hoping that he's like a 7 pound baby and not like 8, 9, 10 pound babies. I don't know. I'm just nervous about that. So yeah. Another thing I want to tell you guys about is his nursery is officially done. I'm actually looking at it because if you guys don't know, we're doing the nursery within the master thing. So I do plan on giving you guys like a detailed tour, telling you guys about where I got everything from. And then also his closet is done. His closet has been done for a while now. We washed everything, hung everything up. So I'm so excited to share that with you guys. Stay tuned for that video. And then lastly, I also packed my hospital bag and my diaper bag. So we are ready to go. We are just waiting for TJ to keep baking a little bit, put on some more pounds. Speaking of pounds, they told me the max they wanted me to gain was 15 pounds during the pregnancy. So far, I've gained 12 pounds. So I think I'm doing pretty good. It goes up and down though. Like yesterday when I went, it was like a 3 pound increase for the week, but I had just ate lunch and stuff. So I'm just like, when I go back on Tuesday, hopefully everything should be good. So yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about for the 3rd trimester thus far, from 28 weeks to 34 weeks. I'm going to give you guys a bump update. And then if you guys don't follow me on social media, I do post a little bit more on Instagram than I do on YouTube. I'm going to leave my handle down here. It's at BakerNisha. And then give you guys a view of the young bumpy bump. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you guys stay tuned for the next couple of ones I have coming out until we meet baby Tasai. I do also plan on doing a labor and delivery video. I'm not sure on how comfortable I am with showing like certain things, but I do want to show as much as possible, not only for you guys, but for our memories, because I wish that I could see my labor and delivery with Tamir. So I'm looking at it as more of like a home video versus like for YouTube. So anyways, yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one, and here is the baby bump. Okay, so here's the bump. This is him from the front and the side, and this is him there. I feel him all up here, oh my God, and he is head down. His feet are up here, and his body is here. So yes, that's it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Say bye-bye, man. Bye-bye. It's my time to fly.